Dutch Bros drive-through, and they do that. What is it called, though? Is it a pup cup?
Pup cup.
Where
Pup
the
cup.
whipped cream and the bone, and Ruthie wanted more of that whipped cream. It was,
So now every time she gets in the car, she thinks she's going to go
going to Dutch Bros. Yes,
Yeah.
she's got her little punch card and everything. Yeah. Well, there's going to be some days like that coming up.
I think she'll probably be filling up that punch card here in the coming days because temperatures, yet again, on the rise here across the Pacific Northwest. That's where we expect to climb back up into the 80s as early as tomorrow. But I want to check in on that brush fire that we were witnessing out towards the Vancouver area, closer to the Portland side of things along the Columbia River. Right now, no more smoke is on the horizon, so that's the good news as we currently hold steady at about 74 degrees out at PDX. Winds out of the northwest at about 13 miles per hour. But we really like to kind of hone in on those winds, especially when we start talking about fire season. So the winds will remain anywhere out of the west to the north-northwest at about 15 miles per hour through 7 o'clock, and then we really start to see them taper back as we move into tomorrow morning, just to ramp back up again anywhere from about 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the north-northwest. And that in turn will eventually allow for some warmer temperatures to move their way back into the Pacific Northwest. We've been keeping track of the 80-plus degree days and 90-plus degree days here found out in the PDX area. 7 days in the 80s so far, and in addition to that, 90s, we've already seen 5, which has tipped the scale for one of the hottest Mays ever seen here in the Portland metro area, with an average daytime high and overnight low combined at about 64 degrees. The average should be closer to about 60 degrees as our skies remain cloud free. Much different story than what we started the day off with those northwesterly winds helping to kind of clear out our skies, with the exception of the highest peaks over the Cascades picking up on a few of those developing clouds. A bit of foreshadowing of what's to come, especially as we move into Thursday. You'll notice this light green shaded area where we could potentially see a bolt of lightning, a rumble of thunder. No severe weather likely, but that lightning threat does pose the biggest cause for concern for anyone spending some time out in the backcountry, and that extends further to the east, including central and far eastern sections of not only Oregon but also into Washington. Again, lightning the biggest cause for concern, but also small hail, I should say, heavy downpours and also some gusty winds. So if you are planning on going out to the high terrain and maybe doing some hiking here in the coming days, be sure to do that earlier in the morning before those afternoon thunderstorms start to bubble up by the afternoon. And you can see the cloud coverage already eclipsing the peak of Mount Hood there, as a ridge of high pressure is going to bring the heat not only for Thursday but into Friday. As we look towards the surface, that's going to help us to warm up. At this low off to the east helps that thunderstorm development over the mountains, and we do that again Friday. Saturday, the thunderstorm potential does start to diminish as our skies remain clear tonight into the start of the day tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, starting the day off with some sunshine if you're up and down the I-5 corridor. A few more clouds out along the coast, but that sunshine really helping conditions to warm up once again. Daytime highs back into the low, if not mid 80s, as those bubble up thunderstorms start to develop anywhere from about 3 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we hold on to that sunshine all the way for the start of the day on Friday. A few more clouds and maybe a stray raindrop or two found out along the coast, but for the most part, the I-5 corridor will remain on the dry side. So daytime highs tomorrow, upper 50s all the way up into the 60s, and we expect to see some afternoon sunshine. Just about the same with ththose low to mid 80s for the Willamette Valley. Winds out the north-northwest at about 5 to 10, and further to the east of the Cascades, that's where we'll be hovering close to about 80 degrees, but I think we'll get up to about 81 for Hood River with some sunshine. 7-day forecast. There you go. 2 days in the 80s. Then we fall back into the mid 70s by the time we get Saturday and Sunday. That's when the Portland Festival City Fair really gets going underway. A fun time to be had with some picture-perfect weather. Just a few clouds for Saturday, maybe a stray raindrop or two, but not a super soaker event as our dry weather pattern continues to hold firm.
You're always posting pictures and videos when you, like, pretty much every day.
Every day.
Do you have something planned for tonight or tomorrow morning?
No, I usually just am on a walk and I'll see something. I'm like, oh.
He finds inspiration wherever he is.
That I do.
Wow. Thanks, Josh.